Ready? 60 Pittsburgh.
Check, 47. They're not ready for this, man.
They'll run here with a former Steeler. This is Le'Veon Bell. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Hey, let's get that ball here. Let's get that ball right here. Big end. Switch. Check. Jump.
On 2nd down, it's Bell. He'll have a first down past the 40 and all the way up to the 45-yard line. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. Now after the run by Bell, here's another 1st and 10. Here's Stick on 1st and 10. Over the middle, he's got the tight end Wesco. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Ready? 18 Gator.
They'll try the right side with Bell. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Bell, of course, 3-time 1,000-yard rusher. Sat out 2018, but you look back to 2017, a tick under 1,300 yards and almost 700 more receiving. Off play action, it's Stick. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. Robert Kimdichie showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4. And on 3rd and 8, defensively, they're going to beef up the secondary. 6 defensive backs. From the shotgun, it's a give to Bell. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 10 yards is the pickup, good enough for a Jet first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script, you go through your play calling, you go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Now a draw play. This is Bell. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Eighth play of this opening drive coming up. This is 3rd down. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
60 yards.
They'll try and run it in with Bell. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Le'Veon Bell, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Jets take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, it's Lachlan Edwards to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Rosen and the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll run with his second-year man from ASU, Kalen Ballage. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Pro Bowler C.J. Mosley, the Ravens' leading tackler last year, up to make the stop. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. They'll run here with Ballage. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
Middle.
The play fake to Ballage. Now Rosen. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Jets offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division, looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. And that one results in 35 yards. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Bell. And he'll get it down here to the 43. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, it's working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
2nd and 5 now. Stick going up top. This is caught inside the 15. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Point after try forthcoming. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. Now after the touchdown, it's Lachlan Edwards to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Ja'Kai Polite in there to drop him, and that will go in the books as the first sack of his young NFL career. Congratulations, young man. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Second quarter from Miami. It's the Dolphins with the football as they've got it with a second down coming up after the sack. Oh, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's second and a country mile.
57 to Mike. 57 to Mike.
Y'all not ready. Hey, Delta.
57. Mike, 57. Quit talking about it and bring it.
On play action, Rosen. Oh, he was looking for Parker, but it's intercepted. Marcus May with a pick. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six and a Jet touchdown. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
To throw again on second down. Rosen, pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They're not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
They go play action. It's Rosen. Going to look deep for Wilson. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception #1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
I got you.
Stick looking to throw on 1st and 10. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Robert Kimdichie picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things that's gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23.
Kill. Turn it up. Kill. Turn it up.
Looking left side for Watkins, and he's got it. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd. The Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. On 3rd down, it's Stick. Oh, it's a touchdown if he holds on. Instead, it's 4th down. They're going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A 2nd one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored 1, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
So a good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or in this case, a field goal.
Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
Want to.
No, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Now Balaj, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout. So as they take it over, we step aside. So now at 3rd and 7, and defensively, it's a dime look, 6 DBs. From the gun, it's Rosen. And Wilson has it. And he is going to get the first down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there. His first catch, good for 9 and a first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Let's go, D. Tighten it.
Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. And he hits his target. It's Kenny Stills. A Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11. Stills was second on the team a year ago to the now-departed Danny Amendola in the receiving yards category. And hard to believe, 5th year now with Miami after his first couple of years with Drew Brees in New Orleans, and now hoping he can form a bond with Josh Rosen.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Yeah, interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. Balaj, and he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
The Jets will bring in a nickel set as they try to stop this 3rd down.
Here we go, let's bring it. Let's go, let's bring it.
Now it's Rosen. And he finds Stills, complete. The defense surrenders a 13-yard pass play there on 3rd and 1. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
They run it with Balaj. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll send you up to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there, and he'll have stats and scores from a busy Sunday in the NFL. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. Remember, as they try to run the ball down here, Charles, this is the number 2 rush defense in the league.
So do you accept the challenge up front? Do you get your offensive line together, get your tight end in the ball game and say, I don't care that they're number 2. Let's go ahead and show them that we can run the ball anyway? Or do you do the best thing and throw the darn thing and try and get in the end zone?
Maybe that's wiser. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
Jason Sanders for the Dolphins field goal. 26-yard attempt.
The kick by Sanders is good. And the Dolphins are going to be forced to settle for 3. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle, right? No big plays given up, no balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on.
one?
What does that mean, break out? Just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. 1st and 10, Stick. He's going to find his tight end. That's Chris Herndon. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
That's certainly one way to beat the blitz. Get it out of your hands quickly and get it to the big fella.
Very effective. Saw the pressure, got rid of it, and the completion ensued. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Looking right side, and that's complete to Watkins. They'll get 34 yards there.
Well, you don't have to be a genius to watch this game and figure out they've had plenty of success moving the football here in the first half. We've seen exhibits A, B, C, and right on down the line, haven't we?
Yeah, we just saw exhibit Z right there. Now a 1st down carry by Bell. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. On 2nd and 11 now. Stick. And this is caught by Watkins. He's got a Jets touchdown. Sammy Watkins, as the first half is winding down, and the Jets will extend their lead. Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. Oh, how about this? No good. Just his 2nd miss of the year, and our score will stay right where it is. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
57's the mic. Okay, alert. Switch.
Right back to him on 1st down. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. This one fielded at the 5. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But
this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive, and we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8.
Tackles. 53's the mic. 53. Hard. That's right, baby. They don't want it.
From the shotgun, it's Rosen. And it's caught by Parker. A 3rd down gain of 19. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
Alert. I'm going to run you over. 49. Check 49. Watch it.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
From midfield now, here's Rosen. Out to the right here to Wilson. And now a fumble. The ball's out.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. The ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming.
And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Kalen Ballage, his first touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins are able to draw a bit closer.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving. Hey, check 24. Watch 24. 64. Weak.
They'll start out on the ground with Bell. And some room to work. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. All told, it's an even 30 and a 1st down. The Jets were 26th in rushing in the NFL last year. That's a big reason they went and signed Bell back on March 13th. And plays like that give them optimism that they can move up the pecking order in the NFL rushing ranks. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. He's got a 1st down and more inside the 30. And he's finally down at the 21-yard line. 25 yards that time. That's where Crowder makes his hay, in the slot. Jets hoping to see more of that going forward. He signed with him in March after the last 4 seasons being in Washington. Had 3 pretty good years. Then sort of tailed off last season due in large part to an ankle injury. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. Here's Devin Singletary. He played in this state at Florida Atlantic, and they see right through that defensively. as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. They've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? Stick back to pass. That's going to be caught by Crowder. It's a Jets touchdown. Jamison Crowder, his first touchdown on the year. And the Jets will extend their lead. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball in the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
First down, Miami, as they get set to start the drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive.
I don't think you got it, son.
Here's Rosen. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatile. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Le'Veon Bell. His 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. As his guys continue to pour it on. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
This is taken at the 3. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
You think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. On 2nd and 9, Rosen. It's caught. Stills, right side. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Rosen will throw. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Jamal Adams on the safety blitz, too fast to handle.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of it. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10.
At their own
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive. As they score here, especially a touchdown, it's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Robert Kimdichie able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his third sack of the afternoon. Here's Stick, third and long. And it's caught by Herndon. It's a gain of 26 as they pick up the first down in the process. Well, I'm sure he likes his performance a little bit better than last week. He had the 3 interceptions here, none in the fourth quarter, and he's got his guys in front.
Guaranteed he put in a tremendous amount of work this week, but maybe the matchup is just better for him. Sometimes it just doesn't work out. It's almost like those golfers. Certain courses fit their eye, and they like what they see, and other courses, as soon as they tee it up, they know they have no shot. Maybe that's the difference for him. Last week, no. This week, a big yes.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 15 yards on the play, first down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Now Stick. Forced out to his left. He's got the first down here inside the 30. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
A shotgun throw for Stick. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. Oh, very close to a turnover there in the end zone. He was looking to hit his running back, Le'Veon Bell, that time. But it's going to be second down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Watkins. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. And looking to put this game on ice in the fourth quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now.
And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Jamison Crowder with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Extra point right down the middle, and that will extend this big lead. Now after the touchdown, it's Lachlan Edwards to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Again, it's Melange. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Check, 53's Mike. 80. Mike, 53.
From the gun on third down, it's Rosen. A bullet throw, but incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense is well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
On second down, it's Bell. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. It's a loss of 4. Now third down.
Got it. The mic. Okay, double up. Now.
Stick looks to throw. And this is caught by Watkins. And a big 32-yard play on third. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles. It certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long. And I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them. And now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
Now as we look down, it appears we've got a jet shaken up on the play. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's second and 3. On second down, it's Stick. His throw caught right around the 6. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. The 3 red zone trips, 3 touchdowns so far. They'll look for a 4th on second and goal. They'll look to run with Singletary. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. And, my friend, I think it's safe to say that this game is pretty much deceased at this point. It's taken a knee, so to speak.
It is definitely this victory formation. Take the snap, take the knee, call it a night, call it a game, call it whatever. I agree with you totally. I don't think there's much left to get except for those who want to run up the score.
I knew this was over about a minute ago when you took your stat sheet and just flipped it over your shoulder in the trash can.
Yeah, that's similar to the guys cutting tape off right before the game's over. We know this thing's done.
First down, Miami, as they get set to start the drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
The Dolphins on third down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 7.
Check 99. Here we go.
Now they try the right side here. And forget that 100-yard rushing game, at least for the moment, as he'll lose yardage here and fall back under the century mark for the game.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Check. Foxtrot, foxtrot. Come off the ball hard. Mike, 53, 53, Mike.
One final shot here for Rosen. On the right side open is Gesicki. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying,